Hi, my angels. Welcome back to my channel. So, I want to share with you some of the biggest lessons I've learned in love throughout my 20s and 30s. Oh my gosh. Okay, drop me a comment. I would love to know your thoughts. And I want you to just be aware that all of us are different. We each have a different story. And like the men we come across, I don't care if he's a banker. I don't care if he's a finance bro. I don't care if he's in the military, if he's a thug, if he's an athlete, professional. A lot of times, I think as women, we don't get taught what really matters in relationships. And so many times we can be moving from, like, we feel like we've been taught that, okay, somebody's status is what matters, or a man, like how much money a man has, what he can offer you. And I feel like that's not really what matters, okay? Because money is wonderful, but also you can make your own money. And so he has to be bringing, he has to bring more than finances, but he should be bringing finances. He has to bring more than physical looks or chemistry or good sex. It's more than that. We need more than that for a healthy relationship. And so these are some of the red flags, like danger red flags. Like don't proceed or just press pause if you run into one of these issues. I have a few of them for you, but I feel like they're really common. They're things I've experienced or that I've seen in my own life, my real life. And so you got to just be careful. I want you to guard your heart. I want you to protect your energy, protect your body, protect your mind. Don't proceed just because everything that glitters is not gold. The number one thing I've learned in love is not to rush. You have to let people show you who they are. And if they F up, you need to believe them. If you choose to forgive them, don't forget and realize that that's what they're capable of. When people treat you right, it's because they want to. Just like if we treat people right or wrong, it's because we want to. Everybody is wounded. Everybody's got to do the healing. If they don't, it's going to be a big old mess, right? So you don't have to be desperate out here. We don't have to rush to get married or be with someone just to say we have a man. We're not thirsty. We're not desperate. We are whole and complete on our own. And if a man is feeling insecure around you because he calls you an independent woman, well, that's not your problem. That's actually a red flag in itself because that means he wants you dependent on him. And nobody has time for that. Okay, so how to spot a healthy man versus a red flag. What's the first thing to let's go in. What is it? The first thing is that if somebody cheats on you, it's because of them and not because of you. And they did it because they wanted to. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. And I want this to really land for you. I want it to really sink into your heart. If someone cheats on you, don't blame yourself. Don't think don't bother looking up the other woman, comparing yourself to her, studying them, spying on them, trying to see what went wrong. No, no, no. If he walks away from you and he goes to put his body part in her body part and they got something going on, just let him be like, bye. Good luck with that. Know your worth and know that it's not because you didn't do something right and she did something right. No, it's because that's what he wanted to do. And it always goes deeper. Don't waste your time. If someone cheats, it's because they wanted to. It has nothing to do with you. You're still beautiful. You're still strong. You're still amazing. Find somebody who sees you for who you are and appreciates that and who won't break your heart. Okay, so big lessons in love. What's number two? You cannot help an immature guy. You cannot love him into maturity. You cannot fix him. You cannot change him. If a guy is immature, the best thing you can do is just let him be immature. But that has nothing to do with you. Let him go. Move on. If you're looking for a mature relationship, if you want to play around, situationship, whatever, see him here and there, keep it casual, that's on you. But I'm telling you that if you invest your heart in a guy who's immature, he's going to fumble you. He's going to mishandle you. He doesn't know what to do with you because either he doesn't have very much life experience or he has just chosen not to grow. That's a choice. That's his path. But if you get involved with him, then it's going to end up being on you. So I think that when a guy's immature, you cannot help him or fix him, right? He has to do that himself. Lessons in love. What's number 3? Someone who cannot commit to you sexually and cannot commit to you emotionally equals an unfulfilling relationship, and it's a no. It's an absolute no. Okay? You're not a toy. Don't let somebody just use you for your body and you're just in a sexual relationship with him and then that's it. Like there's no emotional connection, there's no mental connection and devotion, commitment. So it's going to equal unfulfilling. And we are grown. Like if you're watching this video, hopefully you're grown. You're going to make your own decisions. But as women and just as humans, you know that we need to, like, a fulfilling relationship is actually what is going to satisfy you. And so if he just wants sex or if he's emotionally immature or emotionally unavailable, then it's just a no. Move on, leave it alone. And I want you to be aware of anything that arises within you that wants to proceed even with these red flags. It's just a chance for us to do some inner work, inner healing, heal our inner child, and switch the trajectory of our lives, because everybody has had programming in this world. Your environment, what you've been through, what you've seen, where you grew up in the world, everybody is running off of a program. So if you want different, you have to be different. And it's not too hard. You can do it, but you got to just to be aware of the patterns. And then once you're aware of it, you can make different choices. It's as simple as that. Make different choices even when it's hard. It might feel uncomfortable. It might be like, can I do it? Am I worthy of it? All that's the inner work. Yes, you're worthy of a healthy relationship. You're worthy of a healthy relationship. So yeah, if he's not sexually committed to you, that's so dangerous for your sexual health. Like you don't want to put yourself in a dangerous situation. And if he's not emotionally committed to you, it's just not going to feel good. Like you're going to get bored because we have emotions. We're humans. Does he just want you to be numb? Maybe he is numb. Maybe he has some narcissistic traits going on. It's just like, or maybe he's just emotionally immature. So it's not, we're grown. We're growing up. Like we need a grown woman, grown man type of relationship. So big lessons in love, just say no. And no is a full sentence. Move on. Okay. What's the 4th big lesson in love? You don't have to stay with a cheater. That's a full sentence, right? You don't have to stay with a cheater. Yeah. And a manipulative person's going to try to guilt you, shame you. When I post about self-respect and self-worth, every now and again, I'll get like a really angry hater, normally a man, who's like mad that I'm teaching women about to have standards. Like they get so triggered and mad. Oh, that's why you're not married, like trying to come for me. But it's like, if it's a toxic cheater, like you're not missing out. Like you're not, that's a win for you. It's okay to be single. I'd rather be single than with a cheater. I'll link that video down below. So yeah, like you don't have to be with or stay with a cheater. And the heart is a powerful thing. It might want you to work it out. Hey, if he changes, then it's possible. But if he doesn't, like give him a chance. Give him one chance. And then if he cheats on you again, that's a no. Okay. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay, so you don't have to put up with that. You're stronger than that. Big lessons in love. What's number 5? Half love equals a toxic relationship. You can't just tell your heart, like, only love him a little bit. No. It's either if they're in and out, in other words, it's going to end up being a toxic relationship, because either somebody's fully in with you or they're not. Okay? If they are unsure, if they're one day they're in, one day they're out, just leave it alone, because it's going to end up hurting you. Big lessons in love. And a lot of times people, due to trauma, people can restrict themselves. They might really want you. They may be saying the right things, doing the right things. You can tell as a woman intuitively that they're really into you. They really care for you. They want to give you their heart, but something is holding them back. Well, it's not our job to be a detective to try to figure out what that is, or be their healer or be their therapist. No, like a man has to openly be willing to take a risk, open himself to love, and show up fully in the relationship. Keyword fully. So when people are like only halfway in, they're afraid. A lot of times it's due to fear, due to trauma and whatever else, but they got to fix themselves. That's not your job. And don't subject yourself to a half-ass relationship. No, you need a full ass. Okay. Oh my God. It's just irritating because like if you find yourself in a toxic situation, so many times the other person, they get appalled if you want to leave. It's like, oh, how dare you leave? Like half of me was in it. Okay, well, what? No. So this is about knowing your worth, raising your standards when it comes to love, and us choosing what's best for us, no matter what. All right, number 6. It takes more than good sex to have a good relationship. Oh, let me say it again. It takes more than good sex to have a good relationship. Once again, you're not going to feel fulfilled emotionally. It's not going to be a great relationship. It can't just be about sex. So a lot of times that's the only thing a man has to bring. That's upset. That's like, and that's not enough. Okay, so it takes more than good sex to have a good relationship. I'm gonna leave that one there. Number 7, I'd rather be alone than with bad company. Big lessons in love. I understand being alone could be scary. All of us kind of have to break that codependency as we're growing up, because when you're little, you're dependent on your parents, and then it's your friendships, and then you probably get into a relationship. And a lot of people, they don't even know how to be alone. They don't want to be alone. It's scary at first, it is. But it's better to be alone than be in bad company. So don't just stay with somebody because you don't want to be alone. It's okay to be alone. You probably should be if they're hurting you in any way, shape, or form. And that's why I love talking to you about self-worth, because we have to realize that you don't have to tolerate being treated bad in any way, shape, or form. Nobody's perfect. Yes, they'll make mistakes, but there's a difference. There's a difference between a mistake and a pattern. So if somebody's continuously hurting you or doing bad things, or their life is on a crazy path, like, it's best to just get away from them. Do what's best for you. Okay, this is a big one. This is one that you'd probably learn in like therapy. I just learned it through journaling, but it's number 8, okay? And it's this: big lessons in love. Being comfortable or because it's familiar doesn't mean it's safe. So I remember in my 20s, I had this long-term relationship and I just didn't want to leave because it was so comfortable, because they were my best friend at the time. Like, I was so used to him and we did everything together. Just because something feels familiar doesn't mean it's safe. It doesn't mean that it's good for you. So that's why I always want you to stay true to yourself. Just because you've known somebody a long time, just because they feel like family, that doesn't necessarily mean it's best for you. Sometimes the family dynamics weren't the healthiest. So yeah, it's just about self-awareness. And again, don't be afraid to be alone. Break free. Take some time away. Press pause. And anybody who's like clawing at you and doesn't want you to take a step away, that's like a huge red flag. Everybody's free on earth. So if somebody is trying to stick their claws in you to like keep you in a certain place, and you feel like, okay, I need some time away, I need to think this over, or something feels off, you need to listen to that. Okay, and the unfamiliar, it is scary. It's uncomfortable when you're growing and when you want something new, but if it's better for you, then that's how you know you're growing anyways. Okay, the next one is that big lessons in love. Number 9 is that real friends and lovers do not hurt you over and over again. That's not love. That's it. Okay. Number 10 is that people's toxic behavior is not your responsibility and you can walk away. Give yourself the permission to be like, bye. And again, any resistance you feel, don't confuse that word, love. What is love? That's what I always think of. Love is kind. Love is honest. We call things love that are not even love, so. And sometimes we love people, so then we expect them to love us back, like in a healthy way, but then they don't. So you kind of got to just see things with clear eyes. You know that phrase, love is blind? People's toxic behavior is not your responsibility, people, especially empaths. No, Don't let them guilt you into sticking around if it's unhealthy. If they really love you, they're not going to keep hurting you over and over. They're going to change for the better for themselves first. They have to want it. You can't force it. You can't guilt them into changing. Like, they have to freely want to change. And it's best to just find somebody who just already has the mindset or is in the vibration. They are who they are already. And then if you get along with that, if you have similar morals, values, align yourself with somebody like that. How are we going to be pouring so much energy into like trying to change somebody? That's such a waste of time. A relationship is like, should be two people who are coming together to build and expand something really beautiful, support each other, and the foundation's love. Well, if the foundation's not love, if the foundation's toxic, if you're busy trying to help somebody or pull them up or have them change their toxic ways, like, that's not even a relationship. That's a mentorship. Like I posted that. That's not a healthy relationship, and you're wasting your precious energy, and you don't have to do that. It's your choice, but a lot of these patterns stem from toxic mindsets of growing up in this crazy world, but you can break free. Okay. Oh my God. And before I move on, let me just say this, because I've heard this so much. Like, I've seen this so much growing up. I've heard this thing of like in a relationship, right? Somebody will say, well, you made me act like that. Well, if you didn't do that, I wouldn't do this. Okay. All of that is so manipulative. Like, let people be accountable and responsible for their own behavior. Nobody makes anybody do anything. They did it because they wanted to, like one of the other points I said. Okay. Choose yourself and just walk away. What's number 11? Don't stay in a place you're not appreciated. Like a relationship, yeah, queen mentality, regal. They should be cherishing you. They should be massaging you. They should be bringing you roses. Baby, what do you want to eat? What can I do for you? Oh, I already paid your phone bill. I already, like, that energy. Not all of this, he's ignoring you. He doesn't text you back to the next day. He's looking at other girls. He's cheating. He's in a lustful energy. You catch him doing this or that. No. Or fellas, she's ignoring you. She's going out with her friends instead. She booked a whole vacation. She didn't even bother to tell you until she's on her way to the airport. She is flirting with your friends in your face. No. All of that is no. So don't stay in a place that you're not appreciated. Here's another one I just thought of, but I think it's important because why did it come to my spirit? 3-3 on the timer. One thing you should be aware of is like any partner that comes into your life, or anyone you start dating or get into a relationship with, if they try to isolate you from your family, that is a huge red flag. Or from your friends. Nobody should come into your life and try to isolate you. If they try to take you away so that you just belong to them, that is a huge red flag, danger, run away. They're super toxic. They're coming from an insecure place, and we might confuse this with like, oh, like they just love me so much, they want me out of themselves. No, like, it's weird. It's unhealthy. Big lessons in love. What's the next one? Don't have sex unless you're really in love. This will save you. Like, this can actually save your life, your entire life. It's so serious. And we're living in a culture where sex is not taken seriously. And a lot of times people just expect it. Like, if you're dating somebody, they just expect you to just have sex with them. But have they even made a real commitment to you? Like, I am so sorry. Taking you on 5 dates is not a real commitment to you. You don't even know this person. You don't even know anything about this person. Not really. So you want to feel whole and complete before you even start dating, because if you don't really love yourself, then you might give your body up, and you don't need to do that. And I know we could feel sexual urges. Maybe we want to. It's your choice. Do what you want to do. But yeah, I would say don't have sex unless you're really in love, because it's just too high of a risk for you, especially as a woman. Also, you owe it to yourself, like your inner self, your soul, your spirit, your self-worth, how you see yourself, self-respect, your self-esteem. These are deep things, and you can't get your guidance from the world, because the world is crazy and toxic, and it's going to just tell you to be easy, cheap, fast, shake your ass on Instagram, wear no clothes like supposedly celebrity reality stars. And that obviously it's not working out for them. It's not going to work out for you. Your body is not your only value in your life. Don't lead with your body. Any man who wants you just because your body does not really care about you. So don't have sex unless you're really in love, unless they're really in love with you. Now you're gonna make love, right? Sex is spiritual, so just keep that in mind. This video is so deep. I'm only gonna give you a few more. I have more written down, but let's just do 3 more. Big lessons in love. You cannot make it work if it's meant to fall apart. Oh my God, you can't make it work if it's meant to fall apart. Tower moment in tarot. You got to trust God. You got to trust the universe. Sometimes we give it our best. And I think that that's really beautiful, because when you are, when you're really in love, or, you know, you're in a relationship, you want to give it your best. You want to do everything you can. You care for this person and you are exerting effort. Okay, that's great. But if you've done all you can do, or if you're at your limit, if you've put energy, or you feel they're not matching your energy as far as the effort towards the relationship, then you gotta know when to throw in the towel. You cannot force something to work, because it's meant to crumble. Some things are meant to crumble, and there's deeper reasons why that you might not even find out until later. So that's why I said you gotta trust the process. So if a relationship crashes and burns, you gotta just like let it be. Throw your hands in the air and pray about it, pray on it, pray over it, and just trust God. Like, there is a reason. And sometimes we don't know what that is until later. So everything's in divine timing, everything's in divine order. We're only the co-creators of our life, but the universe is running the show. So if a relationship doesn't feel harmonious, good, in alignment, pure, loving, making you happy genuinely most of the time, and it's hurt, or it's doing the opposite, it's like hurting you, etc., just let it go, because you can't force it to work. And the more you try, it's like you're just going to hurt yourself. And so you got to surrender. Okay, the next one I'll share with you, big lessons in love, is that you can love somebody and still walk away if it's unhealthy. I've had to do this so many times. I've had to do this. And when if I still talk to one of my exes, if they say like happy birthday to me, or like once a year, if I run into them somewhere, you know, it's not that the love dies, because once you really love somebody, you'll always have love for them, as you should. You know, it's one love anyways, but you can still end a relationship if it's unhealthy for you. You got to choose you. You got to do what's best for you and make yourself a priority. There's never an excuse for something being unhealthy. Either it gets better or you walk away. Like, those are the 2 options. Like, either we're going to like make this relationship healthier, or I'm going to exit it. And it doesn't mean you don't love them, it just means you love you too. Okay, so these are the things I want to share with you. When I look back at my past relationships, especially my first ones, you're learning tough lessons. I don't want you to be hard on yourself, but I want you to heal, and I want you to thrive, and I want you to be better and have better for yourself. Never live in a place of shame. The unconscious remains unconscious until we shine light on it. So it's beautiful. You're growing in beautiful ways. And when you heal, you're healing not just yourself, but the generations before you. You're going to start a new generational line of a healthier space to be in. And we're never done growing. We're never done evolving. Once you learn one lesson, once you master something in life, here comes the next lesson. Here comes the next way to grow. So don't compare yourself to other people. They have their own lessons to learn. Don't let anyone judge you. Who cares what they think? They're watching your life so closely. Who cares? But you need to care for you. And I care for you. And this is why I share these things from my heart. I'm just sending you so much love, power, healing on your journey. Oh, that's what I was going to share with you. That when I look back at some of my past relationships, I'm like, I wondered why I stayed for a long time, but a lot of times it was ego, wanting to make it work, too much pride, wanting to win against other girls, or the sex was good, or I had a deep attachment, emotional bond, or an old childhood trauma was playing out, chasing love, and, you know, because my parents were divorced, and just certain things, we each have our own individual story. And so this is not about shame, this is about liberation, and this is about self-worth and self-love, knowing that better things await you when you choose that for yourself. I'm sending you so much love, power, healing into your life. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in my next video.